Sarah Christopherson.
And I'm Jordan Johansson. Here's what's coming up next on Panthervision.
Plus, we'll let you in on UWM's best kept secret.
Join out of 520, closing the gate.
And zombies take over North Avenue.
All that and more coming up on UWM Panthervision.
From the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, this is UWM Panthervision. A weekly newscast reported, written, and produced by students in the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication. And now, the news.
Good evening. There's harsh reaction tonight to the newest round of state budget cuts.
And some of the strongest is coming from campuses across the state. At issue is a Walker administration order that state agencies prepare for an additional $126 million in cuts over the next 2 years. A UW system spokesperson claims the system is being asked to take a larger share of the cuts compared to other state agencies. The chancellor of UW-Oshkosh says the cuts show that, quote, it's clear we're the lowest priority in the state. And UW-Stout's chancellor says, quote, other governor has said repeatedly he wants to help create good-paying jobs in Wisconsin, and public higher education has to be a key partner in that effort. But all we seem to get are cuts after cuts after cuts.
Administrators estimate that UW-Milwaukee's share of those cuts will be nearly $9 million. And as Panthervision's Caitlin Lucier reports, that has many people worried.
State budget cuts have students and administrators alike concerned about the future of the university. UWM freshman Tommy DeVillers is worried about tuition hikes because he does not receive financial aid.
It's pretty upsetting because not everyone has the money to pay that much tuition, especially since they keep you here for so long.
Tommy says if tuition continues to rise, he may enroll at another school.
Yeah, probably. I'd probably transfer to a technical school to get my gen eds.
Daniel Laughlin, Executive Director of Communications with the Student Association, says tuition hikes are inevitable.
Like I said, we never like to see tuition increases. It does tend to cut out the bottom end of who can afford college. And really, UWM is supposed to be about giving an opportunity to as many people as possible.
Aside from tuition increases, student programs may also be affected. Angela Lang, SA Chief of Staff, says they are working to prevent this.
The Student Association is making sure that those are protected and we save those entities and that they're funded accordingly.
The UW system accounts for about 7% of the state's total spending from its primary account. And although it hasn't been approved, the state is asking the UW system to account for about 38% of total budget cuts.
What was shocking in this latest round of cuts was that that proportion of pain that the university system would experience would go up from 7 or 8% to 38%.
Although it's too soon to know the specifics, Vice Chancellor for Public Relations Tom Lujak says they are preparing to meet with the departments about cutbacks.
We will sit down with all of the deans, we'll sit down with other administrators on campus and really weigh all of the options.
Lujak says that until the numbers are finalized, it's too hard to tell what areas of the campus will experience cuts. In Milwaukee, I'm Caitlin Lucier for Panthervision.
Tuition is already on the rise across the nation. A study by a group called the College Board shows tuition and fees are up 8.3% nationwide compared to last year. UW-Milwaukee students are paying 6.4% more. That's an increase of about $260 per semester. Full students are paying more than $8,000 a year. That's an all-time high. And that's just for classes. Tack on room and board, and the price is more than $17,000 a year.
With tuition on the rise, every dollar counts. And if you're looking to save a few bucks, we may have the answer for you. But as Asa Kwame reports, you'll have to get up early.
It's 6:30 in the morning, and Joanna's ready for work.
It opens at 7 every morning. We always get people out here that are just waiting to go in there like, yes, free parking.
Joanna is a garage attendant at the new Northwest Quadrant parking garage.
You just have to show your ID, and you're good to go.
Good to go, that is, before 8:30 when the lot reaches its max.
Lot's full, I'm sorry. Join out of 520, closing the gate.
10-4.
Supervisor Zach Warzella describes the benefits of the garage.
I think it's real good. I mean, you know, it's kind of expensive to go to college and we have to pay for yourself. Adding parking fees every day is, you know, it gets expensive after a while.
For students like Gal Lee, the garage is saving her money.
You know, you avoid a lot of tickets. It's convenient, it's right next to campus.
But for the unlucky ones, like Kelly Jarvis, she's left to find alternatives.
It'd be nice if we could get some additional free parking.
It leaves students wondering, is there talk of expansion? Student Association President and Vice President have some ideas in the making.
I think as we go forward, we're going to look at extending parking time limits out in the neighborhood, making them more student-friendly in general. Marketing some of the cheaper lots would be great. You know, I wonder if maybe we could think about making the Ecology free as well.
But until then, Joanna will keep them turning around one by one. In Milwaukee, I'm Asa Kwame for Panthervision.
The structure holds 770 cars. Parking is paid for by segregated fees for each UWM student.
State workers are facing the possibility of a 2-year pay freeze. The Walker administration has submitted a compensation plan to the Joint Committee of Employment Relations that freezes wages. Merit raises are possible under the plan, but state agencies would have to pay for them by cutting costs. If approved, the plan would take effect on January 1st.
Crime is a concern for UWM students, but how much of that concern is reality and how much is perception? As Panthervision's Matthew Cash reports, some UWM students are taking steps to put crime in perspective.
Tonight, you may have noticed an unusual sight coming down the street.
Let's go!
It was laughter amongst a group of jovial UWM college students.
Yeah, well, recycling.
Only about 1/3 of the students at UWM are from the Milwaukee area, so adjusting to the city life can be difficult. With the increased incidence of violence around campus, the concern for safety is at an all-time high.
But there's plenty of opportunities, and if we show no fear to the criminals that are in the neighborhood, then they'll see it as a sign.
The university is fighting back in an illuminating way. Brighten the Night is a new movement started by the Student Association to remove the fear and intimidation of going out in Milwaukee at night. Brent Johnson, SA Vice President, assures that there's a plan to fight back the crime on campus.
Just increasing the amount of safe walkers in the neighborhood, maybe extending Boss's range to downtown. We'd like to do more regular Brighten the Nights.
The group began from the corner of Oakland and North Avenue and walked all the way to River West. Junior Candace Hardy Bullock never goes to River West after dark.
I don't really go into River West often, so I don't know, this is a huge leap for me to actually cross the river.
Many students feel the same way about the east side of Milwaukee, and that stigma is what Brighten the Night is trying to change.
Yeah. All right.
Yay!
All right, we got a honk.
Yes!
Is to make residents realize that their neighborhood might not be as unsafe as the news makes it out to be after dark. You know?
A chant broke out that was heard throughout River West, and it really did brighten the night.
Brighten the night, brighten the night, brighten the night, brighten.
In Milwaukee, I'm Matthew Cash for Panthervision.
UWM is implementing rules in reaction to the state's new concealed carry law. Firearms and dangerous weapons are not allowed in any of UWM's buildings. Other areas off limits for firearms include special events and all UWM-owned and operated vehicles. Those with concealed carry permits may carry their weapons on the grounds outside of buildings and in their personal vehicles.
Residents of the Whitewater home are facing charges after an underage drinking party led to more than 90 arrests. The residents of the home face charges for furnishing alcohol to minors, selling alcohol without a license, and failing to prevent underage consumption. Last year, another Whitewater house party led to 132 arrests.
Many student associations and resource centers at UWM have a huge impact on students, but as Panthervision's Stephanie Stock reports, one stands out from the rest.
With personality,
sweet,
laughter, and a sense of humor.
I wanted to be that white knight when I was younger. I was like, whatever, I'm not going to wear some pink frilly dress.
UW-Milwaukee student B. Loverick is educating peers about how to create safe spaces around campus. B is a student worker in UWM's LGBT Resource Center. Although pursuing a degree in criminal justice, B never misses an opportunity to spread knowledge.
Identity is like about the I. It's not about the what I think you are.
As part of the LGBT Resource Center, B participates in outreach and informs about LGBT events like this year's LGBT Film Festival. As members and allies of Milwaukee's LGBT community conclude the LGBT Film Festival at the UW-M Union Theater, booths were set up to provide information regarding support services, advocacy, as well as STD prevention. In addition to providing information, B instructs about language skills with a little help from others.
We have Riley, a queer bear. Riley is a queer individual, and so you can practice your gender-neutral pronouns on Riley.
Whether teaching gender-neutral pronouns or participating in outreach, B will continue to be UW-M's knight in shining armor. In Milwaukee, I'm Stephanie Stock for Panthervision.
For more information about the LGBT Resource Center, you can check out their website at www.uwm.edu/LGBT.
Fall is officially here, and that's just one reason this local organization is celebrating.
And our chillier temperatures on the way? Chris Nelson has our forecast when Panthervision returns.
Learn more. The University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. Visit uwm.edu for information.
Thanks for watching UW-M Panthervision, judged Best Student Newscast by the Northwest Broadcast News Association. Panthervision is produced by students in the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication in association with Milwaukee Area Technical College.
Fall is in full swing, and one grassroots organization has found a reason to celebrate.
And as Panthervision's Crystal Lewis reports, it's not just Halloween.
Carving, caramel apples, leaf piles, all the makings of autumn, and all events going on at the Urban Ecology's first annual autumn celebration at Washington Park. The Urban Ecology Center teaches people of all ages to enjoy and take pride in the center while enjoying nature. One of the center's sites, located at Riverside Park, is just minutes away from UW-M's campus.
To me, that's a very...
Eric Anderson has been the Urban Ecology Center's program coordinator for almost 5 years.
Here we are in Washington Park, and this is a park with a lot of potential, right? It's also a park with a lot of history.
Anderson teaches adults, teens, and children about the importance of caring for the environment. 14-year-old Darren Madison has been attending for 4 years.
I like to help out in my community because I feel that if I do it, it'll bring more people to do it.
5 years ago, it would be difficult to imagine that Washington Park, located in the inner city, would be given back to Milwaukee County in such a positive way.
There's a period in time when Riverside Park was in a heavily polluted area and a heavily crime-ridden area.
The center also provides some with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Do you know that we're all making history?
This is the first Milwaukee apple tree in the city of Milwaukee since the 1930s.
UEC's branch manager Willie Caritas and his team feel the support of the community.
So it seems like they're all happy we're here.
In Milwaukee, I'm Crystal Lewis for Panthervision.
The Urban Ecology Center holds recreational activities through the winter months as well.
A new sports arena on campus may be on the horizon. A Milwaukee architectural firm has been hired to determine how much it would cost, how big it would be, and where it would be built. The men's basketball team currently plays its home games at the U.S. Cellular Arena. That's partly because the seating capacity of the Ecology Center doesn't meet Horizon League standards. UWM and the Board of Regents would have to approve building a new arena.
MATC is celebrating a big birthday this year and is taking a look back on the last 100 years. Will Picard has today's MATC report.
The Milwaukee Area Technical College is one of the oldest and most recognizable educational institutions in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and the Midwest. This year marks the 100th anniversary of its inception. Today we speak with Kathleen Hole, Director of Public Relations at MATC, about the 100th year anniversary.
Well, it's huge. We've said you only get one chance at this. We've really taken this as a special opportunity and occasion to celebrate our history. MATC 100 is the official website for our centennial celebration. You'll find photos, you'll find fun facts that really uncover our history. In November, we have a business and community luncheon to celebrate our close relationships that we have with manufacturers, health organizations, and other businesses in the area. They're a critical link to our success. And then in September 2012, we'll wrap up the centennial with a faculty and staff celebration. Those are our major events. And then each of our 4 campuses will host an individual event to celebrate the uniqueness of our campuses as well.
For more information on the year-long anniversary celebration, go to matc.edu/MATC100. This has been Will Picard with MATC Report.
MATC also has print materials available about the event. You can pick up your copy of Centennial Stories at MATC bookstores. Chris Nelson from the Atmospheric Sciences program is here now with the weather.
Hi Chris, how are you?
Good, how about you guys?
Good.
Good. How about the weather?
It's all right, not too bad.
So far so good. I think this fall has been pretty warm and seasonable. Luckily we haven't had any snow like they did out east, right?
Yeah, pretty lucky. Right?
Yeah. The only thing, would be good about that is, school delays and maybe some closures, but
I wish.
I'm not ready for that yet. Let's see, what kind of weather we are expecting for this week. First, we do have a weather video to show you, and we're kind of going through and showing all the nice, pretty colors of fall here, and we're seeing, some red and some orange trees out there. And luckily, as I said earlier, if all that snow would have came our way, we would have had some big time disasters here. Snow on top of all those leaves and trees, we'd have probably had some power outages and all that fun stuff. And I'll tell you what, I'm not ready for that. But let's first here get to the weather headlines for this week here. And yeah, today is Halloween. Happy Halloween to everyone. And average Halloween temps for today. And a warm start to our November, obviously November starting tomorrow, and another chilly end of the week will begin by the end of the week, unfortunately here. So current conditions right now, partly cloudy skies. We did see a few areas of fog and drizzle northwest of Milwaukee, but the temperatures are somewhat comfortable, 41 right now, and the winds out of the west at 5 miles per hour, and that barometric pressure is at about 30 inches of mercury, but beginning to rise here. So our forecast for today, it stays basically the same. We might see a little bit of sunshine as we head on into about noon, 1 o'clock, but after that it'll get more cloudy. 52 degrees will be our high. That west wind will be blowing from maybe 5 to 10 miles per hour. Across the state last night we did see some actually nice temperatures. 33 up in Rhinelander this time of year is nice. No frost or anything here. 40s in the lower part of the state, southern part of the state, and we did see a few foggy areas, as I mentioned, over along the lake shore. 45 Madison, 43 in La Crosse, and 38 in Eau Claire. And then if you're traveling across the state today, 40s and 50s, 52 La Crosse, 51 Madison, 50 in Milwaukee. Watch for the central part of the state. We might see a little bit of drizzle, maybe light showers, nothing significant. But for tomorrow, we will see a warm front push across the area, helping to warm temperatures 10 to 15 degrees above normal. And then we'll see a cold front up towards the Canada, Minnesota, northern parts of Minnesota. That'll kind of stream towards the southeast, and yeah, that's what we're going to be seeing for the next couple of days here. So our forecast for tonight, we'll see those clouds still around. We might see, again, maybe a chance of a drizzle, a shower northwest of Milwaukee. 35 will be our low temperatures with south winds blowing from 5 miles per hour. And then for tomorrow, looks gorgeous. Head outside. This is going to be by far the best day of the week. Mostly sunny skies. 65 will be our temperature. As I mentioned, make sure you get outside, go for a walk, do anything that you want to do it outside. And then for our Wednesday, that's when that cold front does push on through. 55 will be our high. That doesn't sound bad, right? But that'll be about 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and that's when temperatures will begin to drop. 38 for our low, as I mentioned, some showers by the afternoon. And then our 5-day forecast, mentioned Wednesday, Thursday, basically the same. We might see an outside chance of a shower. And then Friday, high pressure sets in but brings some northwest winds, high of 50 degrees. Saturday looks to be a little bit warmer as a kind of a weak warm front pushes across the area. And then Sunday, another cold front pushes across the area, 47 degrees. So no snow yet, thankfully, right?
Thankfully. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. That should be nice.
Yeah, get outside, enjoy it.
Yeah, get my bike out again. And
at 65 temperature, that might be it until next April.
That's sad to think about.
I
know. Social networking sites are being used for more than posting pictures and status updates. James Gale tells us how MATC is using the sites to communicate with students.
Everybody is using it. Online social networking has become an integral part of student life. In today's fast-paced technological world, the easiest way to reach the masses is with a Facebook post.
When I'm on Facebook, I'm following up on what my friends are doing, events that are going on, anything that I'm a fan of on Facebook. I'm following updates on that.
I spoke with Kathleen Hull, Director of Communications and Events at MATC, about how she personally manages MATC's presence in the world of online social media.
We're at 1,900 followers on Facebook, and between our 2 Twitter accounts, about 2,000. So those are great numbers for us, and we look at it as if one more person finds information out about the college and our offerings, our activities, and our events. That's terrific. Our responsibility then is to have information that's pertinent.
Students can find MATC's Facebook page by scrolling to the bottom of the homepage at matc.edu and clicking on the Facebook link. For Panthervision, I'm James Gale, and I like MATC.
As more people like MATC's Facebook page, the easier it will be to locate on the web.
UWM's men's soccer team takes on its biggest rival.
Plus, zombies fill the streets on Milwaukee's east side. All that and more when we come back.
Learn more. The University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. Visit uwm.edu for information.
Thanks for watching UWM Panthervision, judged Best Student Newscast by the Northwest Broadcast News Association. Panthervision is produced by students in the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication in association with Milwaukee Area Technical College.
It's one of the biggest rivalries in Wisconsin college sports.
As UWM tries to buck the Badgers, Steve Burgermeister joins us now with sports.
Thank you, sir. UWM women's soccer team's remarkable season continues. UWM finished undefeated in the conference with a 7-0 victory over UW-Green Bay. It was the 10th time this season that the Panthers didn't allow a goal. Senior Sarah Hagan recorded a hat trick, scoring 3 goals in the match. The 15th ranked Panthers are 16-2 overall. Next, the team will host the Horizon League Tournament semifinals starting on Friday. Their opponent will be determined with matches on Tuesday. The men's soccer team took the arch-rival Madison, trying to make a clean sweep of state opponents. UWM beat UW-Green Bay and Marquette earlier this year. Panthervision's Carrie Seibel has the report.
Wednesday was a big night for Wisconsin college sports as 2 rivals faced off at UW-Milwaukee. It was a match between the Panthers and UW-Madison's men's soccer teams. Head coach Chris Wally knew what his team needed to focus on.
Trying now to collectively work together and making sure we're getting bodies behind the ball and making it more difficult for teams to break us down.
The Panthers' wins against Green Bay and Marquette this season had things hyped up here at Engelman Stadium in hopes to sweep the states with Division I. The team is stacked with potential and young talent.
On average, we signed 6 or 7 freshmen. So.
Unfortunately, the young team couldn't pull it off this time, losing 0-2. Captain Jamie Ashcroft wasn't happy about their performance.
Coming to this game thinking we're going to be the best team in state, then 2 silly mistakes by us that gave them 2 goals. Win a few things, so we just gotta push on every game and try and win.
And our Panthers will try to do just that for the remainder of their season. At Engelman Stadium, I'm Carrie Seibel for Panthervision.
UW-M plays Wednesday against Northern Illinois. With the loss, the team fell to a record of 5 wins, 8 losses, and 2 ties. Like the women's soccer team, the volleyball team remains undefeated in conference play. The Panthers clinched the Horizon League regular season title with a 3-1 win over second-place Cleveland State. With the win, they will host the conference tournament starting November 18th. They also beat Youngstown State 3-0. In conference play, the Panthers are 14-0. UW-M is off this week before finishing the regular season at Valparaiso and UIC on the 11th and 12th of November. UW-M's men's basketball schedule is finalized. The team has added the University of Nebraska-Omaha to the schedule. The game will be played December 17th. The games are usually held at the U.S. Cellular Arena, but due to graduation, this game will be held at Clashy Center. The team opens its exhibition season Saturday against UW Parkside. That's it for sports. Back to you, Jordan.
Thank you, Steve. The Walking Dead apparently have decided that walking isn't fast enough, so be aware of zombies on bikes. John Parnan has more.
Where the bar side of town meets the student side of town, another mismatch of cultures is beginning.
Halloween ride being this, like just the kind of gear everyone, not random costume ride, but everyone on board, just the undead on bikes.
The zombie invasion started around 8 p.m.
Grab your bikes!
But you might have missed this outbreak because it was faster than a traditional zombie 2-foot shuffle.
That's why we're riding bikes. And it gets us around quicker than just, you know.
Instead, it sped by on 2 wheels. Steve Roche brought together about 150 students and community members to participate in the second zombie apocalypse bike ride.
And it's just a blast, to just surprise everyone and turn so many heads.
Brains weren't the only thing zombies craved when they got to the 3rd Ward. Drinks were on the menu too.
I got the taste for blood, but I also have the taste for alcohol as well.
Steve brought the ride to a halt at Club Garibaldi for the zombie homecoming dance.
Stay here till bar close and have a zombie homecoming.
Well, it looks like my transformation is complete here at Club Garibaldi. In Milwaukee, I'm John Parnan for Panthervision.
That's our report for tonight. Thanks for joining us.
You can watch UW-M Panthervision anytime on Time Warner's Wisconsin On Demand channel 411.
You can also see us on Time Warner Channel 14 and AT&T U-verse Channel 99 at 5 o'clock on Wednesdays and Fridays.
Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next week.